Introduction. My book Timeless Tweets 2000 of May 2021, which contains a commentary on life and over 2,000 tweets, is presented as videos in YouTube. This is one such video. Chapter 13. It is one thing to know, another to realize. Former is superficial, latter is of deeper origin, e.g. speed kills. Industrial revolution displace laborers. Online shops eclipse retailers. Computers displace even the brainy. Some facts you know, but can't do anything to stem the tide. When you are worried, you look down. When carefree, look straight, and you look up when happy and laughing. Emotion appears to have a directional property. Sometimes you may tender an advice in all innocence and think it is a gift in a platter. Maybe the other feels it is monumental ignorance, idle curiosity, unwanted interference, or even calculated mischief or pin in a plantain. Some detest our country and want to move and settle in U.S. Some others love our traditions, at least as of now, and yet prefer to settle in U.S. and follow our traditions as far as possible. U.S. is thus a land of fantasy for all Indians. You can see clearly in bright light. Think clearly in light not so bright. Seeing has a shortcut to brain, compared to reading, which has to pass through understanding. Consequently, seeing occupies much of the portfolio, and dislodges reading to a corner. No wonder book reading is a dying culture. Babies are dependent on us, and we take pleasure in introducing them to the ways of the world. At some stage in life, we expect them to be independent. Further on, we expect them to take care of us also. Stages 1 and 2 okay. Stage 3 is a guess. God is a marketeer par excellence. He developed a high-class technique of temptation to get his product, the baby, in circulation in this planet. But this child, when grown up, tries to hoodwink its maker with its own innovative techniques of blockade. Babies are made in heaven. They are expected to be downloaded on earth at the appointed time and place through designated parents. One should die when near ones are likely to cry. Not linger on till they are fed up with you and feel like crying. Nobody is alone where there is a cell phone. Better stay cool and see what remains than go berserk and topple the cart. When tempers run high, solution takes flight. Angry words cut deep. Soothing words sure heal. Where expression is suppressed, anger surges. Gentlemen settle disputes through discussion and not through rattling of swords. Though treatment of disease is the primary object of hospitals, some hospitals show interest in prevention of disease as well. When we don't agree on something, maybe we have reasons, or it is just prejudice. Even when we have reasons, it may be justifiable, but not mentionable, or not quite justifiable. It is then time to break off with "let us agree to disagree." Your words may get a listening today, tomorrow, or never. If propelled by innate passion, this should not matter to you. You can't see if your eyes are closed. Also, if you are blinded by fate. Some people don't need advice. Some others don't know they need advice. We choose top-notch MBAs for high managerial positions involving millions of rupees/dollars, but leave the management of people to all and sundry. It is a wonder how things don't go awry and we all survive. Such miracles augment our faith in God. God was always considered omniscient, and God only. Now it looks as if Google is hovering very close. Failing energy with passing years may impact your views on life, till then firmly held. Though old in body, some are bold in mind. Any writer, actor, or singer, or any artist for that matter, must choose between better audience and bigger audience, because when one is target, the other will be antagonized. Laws are by and large good. It is a wonder that it is so. Because these laws are enacted by forums consisting of persons, most of whom have criminal cases pending against them. Recognition is the most sought after prize for human beings. It is almost pari passu with the biological urge. When a dog barks, it is trying to convey something. We don't understand that it is so, and much less what it is. Nevertheless, it continues to bark. The position of incessant advice is no better. When a person is in trouble, he prefers to hear soothing words and not technical advice, however sound it may be. Right or wrong, this is human nature. Soothing words don't cure illness or solve your problems, but they help make you stable enough to face the challenge. Courage is of two kinds: born of knowledge and born of ignorance. A test pilot knows the risk he is taking and is confident he can manage. A child walking into deep waters simply does not know the risk involved. There are many go-in-between cases in life. Unless a person luckily dies before getting very old, he has to undergo all the process of aging, i.e. deteriorated functioning of the senses, the audio, the video, the motorized parts and the sensory parts, slowly, till he ultimately comes to a stop at an ICU. In a busy highway, you can't stop for a change just like that. In today's fast life, you can't stop to think for a while. Without water, plant withers. Without participation, ideas shrink. A thought-provoking statement is an invitation to thinking, not a proclamation of dogmatic truth. Some prefer to court risks in life if necessary, swing between massive riches and abject poverty. Even keel is not their cup of tea. The charming chimes of a striking clock gently remind you that an hour has passed and you are nearer to your end than where you were 1 hour ago. A reflection which many may resent, and they are justified also. Youth is strong in body and bold in mind, but to philosophical ideas blind. That last one is reserved for consideration, late and last in life. What should come first comes last in life. What an irony! In the much-needed ruthless suppression of evil, casualty of a few innocent may be inevitable. They are martyrs for a good cause, though not by their own choice. Truth can be readily revealed if palatable. Otherwise, if it is explosive or tricky, has to be dressed up before disclosure. The use of revolver without inhibition will render the task of ensuring justice much easier than otherwise. Life is a mystery from start to finish. Start from nowhere, wander through unpredictables, and end up when, where, or how, no idea. Force succeeds where advice fails. In other words, in some cases, force has no alternative. A few provisions for death penalty are better than tons of sermon. Exaggeration, oversimplification, obliteration, suppression, and modification of sequence of facts or events are some of the tools in the arsenal of the humorist. The success of execution of any project will be greatly enhanced by a provision for execution of those found guilty of corruption at any level whatsoever. You do what you like, but it should not be illegal or unjustified. Between liking and justification, the latter must be given precedence. God is the deepest mystery in man's life. Also one of the longest duration because it lasts from his birth to death. Thank you for reading.